After much thought, I am making my thoughts public. Sonny Bono was a great skier, and I'm almost positive he didn't just hit a tree. Look toward the Pentagon and Chick-fil-A for answers. Chick-fil-A. Who killed Sonny Bono?
Welcome to Apocalypse Soon with Eddie Pepitone. On tonight's show, an interview with Todd Glass. And now, your host, Eddie Pepitone.
Whoa! Hello, everybody. Welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. We are so glad you joined us today because there isn't much time left. There isn't much time left. I'm sure you all feel the encroaching eco-collapse, the undercurrent of massive violence in our society that always explodes into mass shootings and just general anger and, people being distraught in their apartments. So glad you joined us, especially those of you who cannot pay your rent, those of you who were in massive debt, and I join you on that. I have a lot of debt, which is why I ask you to become a Patreon member. Patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone. If you cannot pay your rent, you certainly can pay either $5 or $20 toward a Patreon account monthly. That's not a big thing to ask. But let's meet our band leader, Bobby and the Mephistophelians.
Boopity boop boop. What's going down, Pepitone?
Hey, buddy. Bobby, you live on the edge. I know that a lot of times for you to make rent, you have to go to Santa Anita, the racetrack, and you put a bet on a pony. And if it comes in, you can stay in your apartment. And if it doesn't, you live out on the street a little bit.
Oh, baby, the thrill of the risk. Putting it all down. My baby girl goes, Daddy, what are you going to give me for my birthday this year? I go, baby, we'll see. It's either a pony or nothing at all. That's how I live.
Baby, little Marjorie, whatever your kid's name is, Bobby, I don't want to know. You'll get a birthday present if Lucky Stripe fucking runs in this rain.
That's right. I tell her, I go, baby, look, if my pony comes in, your pony's coming in. And if it doesn't, it's because God's not real.
God's not real, baby, if the pony doesn't come in. And it's raining today, and I put a lot of money on Lucky Stripe, and honey, that Lucky Stripe is very similar to driving in the rain. He's running in the rain. It's a different type of thing.
He's very temperamental, Lucky Stripe.
Do you have any... By the way, speaking of Lucky, Bobby, since we live in a collapsing ecosystem, pretty soon America's going to have a financial crisis. The inflation, everything keeps getting higher. Yesterday I was in a pet store, not to brag. I have a pet, and that I do get out to a pet store. But do you have any Lucky Charms when you go to the racetrack?
Oh, got so many. I wear the same pair of underwear I've been wearing since '89.
That's your Lucky Charm?
Oh, God, Eddie, let me tell you, I've gone out there with a clean pair of drawers, and nothing makes a horse come in like my stinky BVDs.
Ooh, okay. Now, that's an interesting one because it sounds like you would get some kind of dermatological issue wearing...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Have you been talking to my doctor?
Oh, no, I haven't. I just guessed on that one. But, Bobby, thank you for sharing intimate details that nobody needs to know. But this is the podcast with no upside. We know that a lot of you have rashes out there that go untreated. Because of the lack of health care, because of, the lack of a minimum wage, the lack of a good minimum wage. But let's bring in our great producer, Mr. Kevin Tinkin. Kevin.
Howdy.
Hey, buddy.
Howdy.
Any speeding tickets this week?
No, thank God. I kept it nice and easy on the way over here.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah. I was chilling.
They always say, and I hate this, when I hit traffic or some thing and I'm late, and then the fucks who are waiting for me go, well, just leave earlier, Eddie.
Oh, yeah. All the
doesn't-
hindsight logic is very helpful when you're getting a ticket, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Well, if you had just been more responsible and
Or,
maybe
but
you should have
leave-
left earlier.
Right, left earlier. But the thing is, how do you leave earlier? Here's a typical when I leave. Okay, did I take my antidepressants, right? Did I take my statin, to keep the cholesterol down? Did I take the uroxetrol for my prostate? By the way, why do I get in my email all the time lately, you can win a new prostate? Are they fucking with me? You can win a new prostate? Is somebody who does these scams, maybe from a different country, North Korea, wherever they are from, Russia, India, Nigeria, wherever they're from, are they not even bothering now to see what makes sense? You can win a new prostate.
Yeah. They just want your email, and they'll give you whatever you're looking for.
I mean, and so they
Want
must...
a 12-foot hog? Send us your email.
A 12-foot hog. But to win it, but the thing is that they, it seems so unlikely. I can almost believe it. Like I'm thinking maybe I can win a new prostate. You're
rolling the dice.
I could go to my urologist. And by the way, let me talk to the young people here. You guys right now are going, oh, listen to the old guy talking about prostate and statins and antidepressants. Look, you are going to die as well, okay? I have timed my life right. I am 63, not to brag, okay, that I have lived on my wits and made it this far. I came from a dysfunctional family, and I, at 63, have a lot of nice T-shirts. I don't have a house or children. I have a lot of nice T-shirts. I have a 2007 Honda Element. Let's see you get that together by yourself, young person. And I've timed my life right, okay? My consciousness, my soul, call it what you will, okay? Call it what you will, assholes. And please, by the way, become Patreon members. It's patreon.com/Eddie Pepitone. And, this way maybe can afford a little more. There are 100 strong Patreon members.
Yeah.
And it's, let's build that. Okay, but listen, assholes.
Thank you.
You did not time your lives right if you're young, because it's over. Within a 20-year period, you are going to see so much carnage. And I want to thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining. You'll be fighting in the streets with makeshift weapons for grain. And I'm not talking about Captain Crunch, that kind of grain. I'm talking about staples. I'm not talking about the outlet staples or staples from a stapler. I'm talking about staples like rice, like potatoes. Okay? Those are you're going to be fighting in the streets with makeshift weapons. I see brooms with nails in them.
Yeah.
What for when the society does crumble?
Yeah.
What's your makeshift weapon of choice? What would you cobble together in your house?
I think I have a lot of belts. I have a lot of long belts.
Belts are good.
On account
They're
of my
intimidating,
waist.
too.
Yeah, I throw a couple of
On account of my waist.
you put a couple of staples in the end there. You got a nice whip. I also have
Staples again. I don't want to confuse people. The staple. He's not talking about putting rice or potatoes at the end of the belt.
Well, sometimes it just depends.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it would hurt.
A potato can get pretty heavy. But
Because we're going to be fight, especially in California.
yeah.
There'll be a fight for water. Also, I saw this. Let's change gears for a second. I saw this fucking horrible, and I know it's true too. Wildfires out here. I'm being serious for a second, but wildfires out here. The particulates from the smoke make people more susceptible to all kinds of respiratory diseases, including coronavirus, which supposedly is mild now, but I know a bunch of people who have recently got coronavirus.
Yeah.
And while they haven't been hospitalized, the people I know, they've become pretty fucking sick. So we're acting like it's over, but
it's still happening.
It's still happening.
It hits people way different too. Like some people get real sick. Dude, I had to get evacuated from my place twice.
Oh shit!
Because of the wildfires.
When? A couple of years ago?
A couple of years back. Yeah.
Well,
could see it from my front door. It was nuts.
Jesus. Well, the only thing I like about that is that you can go out if you're a cigar smoker, cigarette smoker, or even weed smoker, you could go out the front door and just kind of lean your head into the wildfire and light your cigar, cigarette, joint.
A real nature man's kind of way
just
of
sort of
smoking.
like, honey, I'm gonna light that. Do we have a match? Don't worry about it. I'll just light it on the fire right outside our door. No, but I mean these wildfires, they're fucking up our lungs. And when I saw that again, and I've heard it before, but when I saw it again, because we've already had some 100-degree days here in April.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was fucking hot.
Brutal.
I went on my walk yesterday, and I know what a lot of you were thinking. Oh, Eddie, you go on a walk. That's right. We call it a constitutional where I'm from. And by the way, I am getting a call on my Apple Watch as I speak, and I won't answer it. I won't answer it because I got bigger fish to fry. And by the way, fish are getting completely destroyed by the acidification and the warming of the ocean. Keep having your sushi, everybody. And every time you have sushi, by the way, you are participating in the massive extinction of beautiful creatures like sea turtles and seals and beautiful creatures, because that's called bycatch, and they use these industrial nets. Keep fucking having sushi, everybody.
Yeah, and the reefs, it messes up the reefs because they drag it along the bottom.
Is that right?
Yeah,
the coral reefs, which are the key to our biodiversity. But what I want to talk about is my walk. I take a constitutional whenever I can. And it is a great constitutional. I walk around a park. And you know what my mantra is when I walk around a park? It's fuck you people. Okay? That's what my mantra is. It's like, fuck you. And I think, oh, that's a negative mantra, Eddie. And then I think, yes, it is. But it builds up my ego. And when I'm walking, I'm building up my thighs. I'm building up my calves. And I am not hurting my knees. I see people jogging, and I look at those idiots and I say, hey, good luck with your joints when you're 80. And then I realize they're not going to make it to 80 because of the climate collapse. By the way, please go to eddiepepitone.com for all my shows I'm going to be in. I'm going to be in a lot of places, and I want you fucks to be there. I'm going to be in all kinds of places, including Canada, New Mexico, Colorado, depending on when this comes out. And I got to tell you something. I know a lot of you are like, my God, he's all over the place. He plugs things in while he insults us. That's by design. I'm sending you fucks mixed signals, okay? It's like a ham radio that don't work. I'm a ham radio that don't work. You know I'm a ham.
Oh, you're a real ham.
I'm a ham. Look at how I act all the time. I'm a big ham. And a ham, I'm not talking about a pig, even though I am a pig. Late at night especially, I can be a pig. And that's when I put on my eating shirt. But that's neither hither nor thither, who, by the way, were a great vaudeville team. And they preceded Laurel and Hardy, hither and thither. Bob hither, Tim thither. Hither and thither. They preceded them. Look up the word preceded. It has nothing to do with procedural. Procedurals are fucking boring now. All these criminal procedurals. Oh, look at the dead person. Right? That's what these shows are. Look at the dead person. Oh, I'm so upset, says the cop. Oh, we better go to forensics. Fuck you. Fuck you, Hollywood, with your fucking police procedurals, your morbid obsession with death. Well, I think we're going to have a great show.
I think so, too.
I think we're going to have a great show. I'm sorry I yelled at you folks. No, I mean, I'm on various medications that make me unpredictable, and, hopefully you like the unpredictability, but we have a great show. We always have a great guest. We always have great segments. We'll be right back with our show.
And now take a deep cleansing breath with guided meditation.
Hello, everybody. It's Eddie Pepitone giving you another guided meditation in a collapsing world. Okay, let's shake off all the deterioration in our society. Let's shake off the fact, with a deep breath, let's shake off the fact that you cannot pay your rent and that you will be homeless soon, fighting for your life in a very strange, violent environment. Let's take a deep breath and realize that rent or mortgage, whatever it is not going to be paid off. And now I want you to let that breath out. And what I want you to feel is the places in your body that you cannot get looked at by a doctor, and you know that something awful is happening in those places. Feel those places as you let out your breath. Let it out and feel all the various things that are going to kill you and kill you shortly, and probably the sooner the better with the way everything is going. And now, when you breathe in, I want you to breathe in the fact that in the last 3 years, billionaires have increased their fortune 6-fold, while 160 million Americans have gone into poverty or below the poverty line. So obviously what's going on is that your money is being funneled into the pockets of the rich, and we are all going to be crawling over each other in blood and tears and feces. Breathe that in. Hopefully you have light fitting clothing on today. Just nice, loose fitting, hopefully hemp material, or I like linen. I also like a nice lemonade while I'm doing this. So make yourself comfortable and breathe in the fact that all the money is being funneled into the top, I would say, about 45 billionaires who have all the money, and about 60% of America has little or nothing. Breathe that in. And now with your out breath, what I want you to breathe in is just envision how you're going to end your life. I'm going to do it on a boat. I'm going to commandeer a boat from someone, meaning I'm going to take the boat away violently here in Long Beach, and I'm going to go out into the ocean, and I am going to just jump in and be eaten by sharks if they are not extinct by then. Breathe in your own demise. How are you going to do it? Are you going to just let yourself be in a building that's going to get hit with a wrecking ball, and you know what time it's going to be hitting a wrecking ball? Are you going to roll yourself in a very big curtain and you won't be able to breathe? You know, those big show curtains they have at clubs, just roll yourself in that and you won't be able to breathe. And they're all disgusting, by the way, especially if the club's been around a while. You just look at a curtain closely in a comedy club and you will see they are disgusting. Are you going to roll yourself in that? Or are you going to just kill yourself with electricity, which is a lot of, you could hook yourself up with the battery chargers. And anyway, whatever you decide to do, I want you to breathe that out. And now with your last in-breath, and what I mean by your last in-breath, I'm talking about your last in-breath of your life. I want you to breathe in all of your failures, all of your near-do-wellness, all of the way you have failed yourself and the way you have failed others. Just breathe that in. It's endless, your failures, isn't it? And that's your last in-breath.
Thank you for joining us for guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
Sluggish, bored, feeling vaguely despondent, tired, irritated, anemic, atheist, secular agnostic, fanatical about everything, low blood sugar, high blood pressure, hate art, hate people. Isn't it about time you fell? Just fall. Fall where you are. Fall. It's more than a season. It's a lifestyle.
Do I see a great-looking haircut on you? A new haircut?
Eddie, see, I really love you because I'll tell you why.
What?
Creatively, of course, it's important that you respect me, but I'm a vain person.
I know,
and
we all are.
I thought this haircut, I just buzzed the sides. I got tired of
I like
what
it.
it looked like.
Todd Glass is our guest, everybody. You did it yourself?
No, I didn't do it myself.
Oh, okay. Because I start to get paranoid when I hear all these people talking about doing their own fucking haircuts. And meanwhile, I hardly have any hair, yet I go in to a woman who charges me $150 to give me a little trim. No, but there are perks, too. I get to ride on her yacht twice a week. She'll take me out around Los Angeles Harbor, Long Beach. We launch. So it's $150, but it includes 2 yacht rides. And she will cook me 1 meal a month. And I always demand couscous. I love that Middle Eastern grain. It's chewy. It's not really pasta, but it's close.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Nothing as good as pasta. Of course it isn't. But you try to get pretty close. You know, the vegetables you can shred like.
I know.
Zucchini.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not into that too much.
But guess what? I did it with just pre-shredded carrots. I just thought, I'm going to try it. At the supermarket, you get a little bag of shredded
Pre-shredded? Okay.
I'm telling you, I put some olive oil, some pink sauce in there, some fake meat, and it accepted it more. And cheese. I put a lot of Parmesan cheese.
Fake meat? Oh, good for you.
I put a little fake meat in there, but it's sauce. But I felt like the shredded carrots accepted the sauce and all the spices better than the other shit.
Oh, really? Because I'm not a big fan of sautéed shredded carrots. As a matter of fact, to me, it feels like, oh, things aren't going well for me. You know, like that's an indicator. Like, okay, let's get the bag of shredded carrots out, honey, and let's have a great Saturday night. No.
You could say that about anything. You know what? I don't know. When you're eating like pasta, I always feel like, maybe I don't know. Shredded. We're eating pasta. Who cares?
What is your favorite pasta? I'm going to give you a couple of choices. Ready? Farfalla, the bow tie pasta, or Chietta, the earlobe pasta, or angel hair. Those are your 3 choices. You don't know Orchietta? You looked at me like I'm fucking nuts.
No, but you're so honestly, and I don't want to make you uncomfortable. You're very edgy today. I'm just kidding when I say you're edgy because you're asking me about pasta.
I know. And I am a pasta freak, as you can tell by my belly. I love pasta. I'm Italian. I grew up with it. I love fake meatballs, fake sausage. I used to eat, being Italian, I used to eat a lot. You didn't tell me you love the farfalla. Do you like the texture of the orecchietta?
I don't know what that is.
It's just an earlobe shaped. It's little, you know what they are? They're like little shells.
I didn't know that's what they were called. I had them during the pandemic for the first time.
What did you think?
And I fucking love them. Maybe because it's new, but they were very pleasing. Like we were doing putting, once you like a noodle, you'll find 80 reasons to eat it and just add different stuff to it.
Interesting you call it noodle. I would never call pasta noodles.
Pasta, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You don't come from where I come from.
No, I'm an asshole. Fuck me.
Don't be that hard on yourself, God.
Damn it.
Don't be that hard on yourself.
Where's my gun? Where's it? Where's my gun?
Call the police. Call 911. Glass is on the edge. Officer, we have a man who called pasta noodles, and he won't forgive himself. What's your favorite pasta, Kev?
Oh, I like ravioli.
If you go to a restaurant, they might give you, how many raviolis do you think you get at a restaurant?
25.
12?
No.
12 maybe. Yeah.
12? I think at like 10. But go ahead.
10 would be a healthy. For me, I at least need 15.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny to me. That, it'd be funny to ask the waiter, like, excuse me, I'm going to need 15 of the spinach and cheese ravioli. 1-5, okay? I'm sorry, sir, but this is my accent for the waiter. I am sorry, sir, but the ravioli comes 10 per person. So if you're going to get 15, we're going to have to charge you, we could give you 20. No, not 20. That's 5 too many.
I would eat 22.
Wouldn't it be funny if farfalla you had down to, I would love 52 pieces of farfalla. Like you had the amount of farfalla, down to 52 pieces. But anyway.
You know what I was doing with the farfalla? And then if you can talk about whatever. I see you looking at your watch.
God damn it. I tried to slip that in.
I'd boil the noodles and I'd put them in a pan, add some grilled onions.
Ooh, I like that.
And then I would add some fake. At the time, I'm not eating meat now, but I put in the fake meat, get it all in there. And then with the noodles and the onions and a little bit of olive oil and a shit ton of basil. And it was so good.
Ooh, that does sound
it was
good.
like all over the place.
Yeah, but me and you, and I don't know if you're like this, Kev, but I think we like to throw in like anything into that's one thing I love about cooking is it's very instinctual. We used to have to hunt animals ourselves, the human race, and now my instincts get channeled into okay, let me see what I have in the refrigerator. I'm going to put a little of this and a little of that.
Yeah.
And there's no bloodshed. The blood's already been spilled. And I just fucking put all that shit in together. But I do like mixing things up. What do they call that? Potluck, I think. Something like that.
Goulash.
Not goulash, maybe. Goulash is a specific dish.
I had one of the best desserts of my life at Todd Glass's house.
What was it?
It was very simple, but I never even thought about it. He had French vanilla ice cream with cinnamon toast crunch on the top. And it was amazing.
Ooh, that sounds like a Glassian move.
Oh, yeah.
And what I mean by Glassian move, and it's a term that anybody can look up, it means heightened pleasure. Todd loves life. Todd loves Epicurean and sensorial pleasures. And you are the type of guy who would have French vanilla ice cream. So the French toast was on it. What
French toast
did you
crunch,
just whip that together?
Cinnamon toast.
Oh, cinnamon toast.
Yeah.
No, I figured out that if you take any cereal, not any cereal, you don't want it to be so crunchy it stops the pleasure of the ice cream. But certain things like Frosted Flakes with just vanilla ice cream, if you want to put a little crunch, caramel sauce on the top, but you don't have to.
Amazing.
Just a little, not like where it turns into a big sloppy mess.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of caramel sauce.
Yeah.
But Frosted Flakes are good. I've tried other cereals. Some others are good too, but sometimes it's like Captain Crunch. I just felt like it was too much.
Too much. Yeah. Yeah.
Much. But it is good.
So good. My kids love it. I make it for my kids now. It's passed
Oh,
down
really?
the Tinkin family tradition from the Glass home to my home.
I wanted to say too that I love Apple Jacks.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, you too. You too.
yes.
I haven't had Apple Jacks in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, and of course, we're talking about pure sugar.
Yeah.
Right. We all know that. It's just, and the crunch. We love. Oh, Todd's got the mic. Well, were you gonna do a song? Were you gonna sing?
You saw me. You're very upset. I was gonna sing.
No, I
Apple
know.
Jacks, Apple
Do it.
Jacks, cinnamon toasty Apple Jacks.
There's been this proliferation of food shows. I watched them for a little bit, and then I stopped. But there is something cool about watching people make food. There's
You know what it is? It's whenever anybody's passionate about something, it's fun to watch them, and obviously passion mixed with being good at what they do. But passion.
That's a good point.
There's one woman, I think she's on Netflix. I don't know if it's her thing, but she'll do it a lot. She'll take an everyday item that we all eat, like Skittles or Pop-Tarts, and make her own. Try to recreate it as close as she can. It's just fun to watch,
Yeah.
Skittles or Pop-Tarts. Yeah.
or whatever. She's done like
those are
100
again
things.
Skittles. Skittles are intense. The sugar is so intense, and I fall victim to a Skittle frenzy. Like after shows, sometimes. Like I don't know about you, Todd, but after shows, sometimes I get so fucking wound up, and I'm like, oh, Skittle, and if Skittles are around, I'm like, oh, I was so good. Like if it's a good show, I'm like, I'm so good, and the Skittles heightens how great the show was. Or if I'm bad, I'm like, well, I wasn't that good, but these Skittles are. Like they work for both show, you know what I mean? And what was the other thing? Pop-Tarts. Man, those things. Pop them in a toaster, and hello, comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this before, but maybe I'll just keep saying it until they do it. It's hard for me to believe that Kellogg's hasn't thought of this. So far, and you'll know where I'm going, everything that they've double stuffed has done well. It's not like, remember the double stuffed Reese's cup? They ended up doing away with that. No. Remember they double stuffed Oreos? They did away. No, they kept it. So why does Pop-Tart not? Is there a chance that they just haven't fucking thought of it? Double iced and double filling, or at least one.
Let me tell you something. I happen to know this because I have a cousin who works in a Pop-Tart factory in Urbana, Illinois, and he says they have. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that. He says that the machinery cannot be upgraded, like the Pop-Tart machinery that the Pop-Tarts are made in. They cannot be expanded to a...
You're making this up.
Why? Why am I making it up?
You're always defending the Pop-Tart companies.
You look guilty the way... Because there's no way that's true.
Oh, there's no way that... By the way, when you impugn my cousin's integrity, you impugn the Pepitone name.
Wait, I can't criticize a fake story?
I guess you're right. I was going to get into this whole thing about the Staten Island Pepitones, but what the fuck am I?
Wait, do you have relatives that live in Staten Island?
Yeah, my dad.
I want to meet them.
You do? We could have
What do they do? What do they do?
Well, my dad sits in a chair now. He's 90. Wouldn't that be funny if you're 90 and you're looking for work and they're like, so what do you do, Mr. Pepitone? And he's like, I sit in a chair. I sit in a chair and I complain about how life has gone. All right, but why do you want to work at J.P. Chase? I don't. He's there for some fucking other reason. Who knows why he's there? He's trying to...
I don't.
I don't. Well, then why are you on this Zoom call? It happened by accident. I was trying to get to a site where I can talk to some ladies. I just want to ask you, have you still been traveling with Jim Gaffigan? Are you opening for Jim?
After this, I want to talk about, I thought about something today. Do we know each other at all? We know each other, we could say unbelievable, but then I thought, wonder if we really don't know each other, but that'll be later. So, yes, I have been traveling.
Where the fuck did that come from? I think me and you know each other because me and you were talking about passion before, and me and you have a passion for silliness. Me and you have a passion for comedy. And that's how we relate to the world. And that's why when I come on your podcast, we just go nuts because Todd, Todd has all these toys. Sometimes he has a band. He always has jingles. He always has this fucking reverb. You make it fucking a fun house, like a Pee-wee's Playhouse.
It's like summer camp.
I was thinking, whenever I hear that, it always obviously makes me feel good because I get into funks here and there, but overwhelmingly, I have, and I've done things to be able to enjoy life, like buy less shit I don't need. You realize that when I was about 35 years old or 40 even, I go, the less shit you buy, the less responsibilities you have, and the more.
It's true.
So I do try to keep but I think I probably got it from my mom. My mom was very silly and did bits and like just was very, very silly and always was doing fun things. She would wait in the closet when I got home from school to jump out and scare me. I'd go, Mom.
Did she?
Years later, I would go, Mom, I stopped and talked to everybody sometimes. I was like, even when I was in first grade, I'd stop when did you paint your house? I had a question for every neighbor. Your lawn looks good. My parents' lawn is embarrassing. That was in third grade. But I go, how did you know, when I'd be home? She goes, I didn't. I'd run in because I thought I heard your bus, and then you weren't there. Then I'd run, and then I'd finally see you. And I'm like, wow, that was quite. She wants to know why I'm scared of the dark now.
By the way, you know what that sounds like? Have you seen the Pink Panther movies, Todd?
I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
Oh my God! Maybe that's because you're gay. But Pink Panther movies. Peter Sellers I know Kato.
of them, of course, and I've
Kato
would
surprise him. They're so funny, especially the first two or three. The first two were hilarious.
Yeah, sometimes it's funny when there's movies like that. You even know, you're like, I should have seen that movie. What's the one everyone always tells me? It's got Jerry Lewis. It's got about and Billy Crystal. It's an old movie. Well, from 30 years ago, so pretty old.
You're not talking about Shoah, the Holocaust.
Who?
No, that's a Holocaust movie. I was kidding.
Jerry, I loved it. What if I didn't hear you? Ask me again the Holocaust movie. But I'm just not listening, so I want to say something. What movie did you say? What?
You're not, with Jerry Lewis and Billy Crystal, you're not talking about Shoah, are you?
I think that was it. That was funny.
Oh, really? Really? Is the Holocaust funny to you? Is that what it is? I slipped that in so I could see whether or not you were anti-Semitic. And you know what? You're anti-fucking-Semitic. Imagine if you had an aunt named Semitic and you called her anti-Semitic.
What if you did that at the Target? Just have them page that. By the way, if I was anti-Semitic, I would probably claim, things like, isn't it time to start singing Happy Birthday to Hitler? Didn't enough time? That's how the comedians today, you know how when they get in trouble for something, sometimes they're innocent, and then my heart goes out. But a lot of times they're not. And then they always go, that was 20 years ago. I go, yeah, but you're still the same. If it was 20 years ago and you're a different person, I'd be like, wow, look what that, I have shit I'm embarrassed about. But that would be them if they were Hitler, that was 50 years ago. You know how long ago that was?
Hey, tell everybody, because we have to wrap it up, but tell everybody where you're going to be, what your podcast is. Let's promo a little Todd Glass stuff.
10-Year-Old Tom just got picked up for season 2, HBO Max. and then my podcast, The Todd Glass Show, everything else,
All right.
blah, 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 blah.
All right.
And I can personally recommend the Todd Glass Situation. Great book, great audio book as well.
You know, that's that. Right. That's it, Eddie.
All right. Well, love you, Todd. Love you. Thank you for coming on. You're the best.
Bye, Todd.
Bye, Todd.
Bye, Kevin. Bye, Eddie.
Bye. The great Todd Glass, everybody.
Beautiful.
So funny.
He pieces of shit. Just one fucking interview after the other.
He's so great. He's so great. He's a master of fun. He really is fucking impresario of silliness.
Yeah.
You know, impresario of silliness, impresario of fun, and that's his gift, you know. And after that, it's fucking downhill.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Todd. That was Todd Glass, everybody.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
And now checking in with Al and Margaret, a couple living inside Eddie Pepitone's head.
Al, wake up. There's a mattress sale. Al, wake up. Don't tell me you're dead. Margaret, please. Oh, boy, I'm tired. How come you think I'm dead every time it takes me a little bit to wake up? Because you're not in good shape, Al. Margaret, come on. Don't tell me first thing in the morning I'm not in good shape, okay? I need positive reinforcement. Give me some positive reinforcement as I get up. All right, you have beautiful eyes. Thank you. Now, what's this about a mattress sale? Well, the mattress place... Well, which one, Margaret? There's a whole mattress section in our area. Oh, well, you know, the mattress place with the balloons in front. They all have balloons in front. Margaret, how many times have I asked you not to tell me about sales in a mattress store with balloons in front before I have my first cup of joe? What? Al, why are you yelling at me? I just told you. Don't tell me about mattress. Anyway, so it's the balloon place? Is the coffee ready? Yes, here it is. Here's a nice cup. By the way, you do have gorgeous eyes. Thank you. You have gorgeous feet. Oh, wow. Thank you for saying my feet are nice. They do. They are your best feature. You had a little trouble pronouncing that word, huh? They are, yeah. I'm sorry. This is good coffee. Al, that's a shitty sound effect. Margaret, why do you break the third wall all the time? Okay? The people listening to this think that this is really happening. Al, we both know it's not happening. Okay? And if you're going to sip coffee, make it sound something like this. That sounds like coffee with ice, Margaret. We didn't say it was iced coffee. Al, why do we always split hairs? Because we work for a nuclear facility. And we have to split atoms. We have to, it's a metaphor for splitting hairs. Well, the only reason we work for a nuclear facility is because Eddie Pepitone just thought of it this instant. Whether or not he thought of it this instant? This instant. Al, do you have problems with your teeth? Or your tongue? Why are you mispronouncing things? I don't know, baby. All I know is your feet look incredible. But listen, we work in a nuclear facility. I know, and I'm tired of it. All the radiation, all the warning, all the goddamn warning sirens. Al, I hate the warning sirens. I know, but that's part of living. That's part of working in a nuclear facility, Margaret. You have to have warning sirens. Did you say warning Simons? Yeah, I'm sorry. Sirens. Al, you have a problem with your mouth. Well, maybe it's, brain to mouth. Look, Margaret, you know as well as I that we are just the figments in the imagination of Eddie Pepitone. And that it's Eddie who recently had some bridge work done. No, you shouldn't tell the audience that, Al. Why? He exposes everything about himself. He's on the antidepressants, his dick don't work, etc., etc. Oh, Al, you make me laugh so much. You know, these are the salad days. I don't want salad. Okay, I'm tired of you trying to give me... just stop giving me salad, okay? It gets stuck in between my teeth. The bridge work comes loose. Okay, carrots especially rock the bridge work. Rock? Yeah, shake the bridge. Rock, I said it for... Chris Rock, you mean? Don't start with the slap. I wasn't going to. Look, Margaret, I love what we have here, which is nothing, because we're just figments in the imagination of Eddie Pepitone, and I love it. I love running through fields with you. Me too, Al. I love fields, except for the ticks. You know, having to look at our body for all the ticks is not the best thing. Look, Margaret, ticks are part of living in a decaying climate. Ticks are part of living in a military industrial complex where money and death are prioritized over life. Al, I'm talking about ticks, and you go into these crazy soapbox things about the military industrial complex. I'm just talking about ticks, and I'm talking about where they come from, Margaret. Oh, Al, kiss me. Al, you're the best kisser. Thank you.
This has been Checking In with Al and Margaret, a couple living inside Eddie Pepitone's head.
Hey, everybody. Thanks again for listening or watching on YouTube another episode of Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. And be careful out there, everybody. A lot of people are perishing at a rapid rate. And why that disturbs me is that the more that people die, the less Patreon subscribers we will have. Is that correct, Kev?
Yeah. So every person that dies from a snake bite, it reduces the pool of people who could be involved in the Patreon by at least one.
Yeah, and even if it's not a snake bite, if it's just getting hit in the head by someone who can't earn a living.
Yeah. But then they will miss out on all the early releases of the video you can get on the same day that the podcast comes out. They're going to miss the stand-up clips that you put out there, all the nudes.
By the way, get my nude calendar when you can. It's not for the queasy. My nude calendar is not for people who are easily upset or nauseated.
Yeah, we get a lot of sales of that calendar at the medical school.
Yes.
They love it.
My body looks a lot like a cadaver if you're a medical student. So thanks for joining us. Please write a review, right, Kev? Where do they go to do that?
Go to wherever you listen to podcasts, write a review. iTunes is fantastic. We appreciate those.
Have we been getting a lot of reviews?
We've gotten some pretty consistent. Every week we get a couple thrown out there. Yeah, so we appreciate that.
All right, everybody. Thanks again. This is the podcast with no upside. You know that. That's why, you get the truth, and it's coded. I coat the truth in humor, but it is the truth, and God help us all. Thank you for joining us.